Welcome to ETS. I'm Donna Lopez, and this is your channeled message for April 26th to May 2nd. If you're new to my channel, welcome. So let's see what the energies have for us. Well, the first thing I'm hearing is there's an awful lot to consider. I feel as though I'm seeing a lot of things kind of reversing, like things that you thought were finished are coming back for review. And so you're really viewing things that you thought that you understood for your future, and you're also understanding too that you haven't allowed yourself to truly listen, that you've been shut down. It's like, no, I know what I'm doing, I don't need to listen, I don't need to change. And it's like, you know, you're opening up and you're starting to hear what you didn't want to hear previously, and you're starting to see the path in front of you, how it's laid out in front of you much more fully. And you're also getting rid of, as you're walking this path, you're going to be seeing things that obstruct your path, let's say, or little habits or thought patterns that are not uplifting, and you're going to be releasing those. So you're doing a lot of inner work and inner reflection, and seeing and looking with new eyes that are much more attuned and illuminated. And I want to say with love, it's funny because they're saying by the curse that you put upon yourself, it's as though your words were saying to yourself things that, you know, kept you blocked, kept you from moving forward. And so you're just waking up. All right, a lot more waking up. Beautiful. All right, for a lot of you, I feel as though you're opening up and sharing some suggestions that you'd like to make. And I hear this in terms of information, how you'd like to bring information forward. It's like, I'm getting myself out of the way. I'm speaking from a very clear place, but it's time for me to share what it is that I see as being more informative. In other words, too, if you're somebody that's always listening and perhaps you say, oh, well, you know, that's not a good idea, or that could be better, or that's really going to go south quickly. It's like you're opening up to maybe be that person that somebody might say that about yourself. But as long as you know you're clear in what you're sharing, and that it is because you have been informed, and you've been informed because you're in tune and you are listening. You're very good listeners. I hear that there's been like a seed of doubt, but that seed of doubt has been like washed away. I feel like a lot of you have been going through a lot of dark night of the soul experiences where you are everything was doomsday and just no light. All right, and it's like you've kind of washed away a lot of that, and it's like, no, that's not the truth. And you're lifting and waking yourself back up again. All right, so it's like a little shutdown time, but also a time of being with your darkness and understanding it and listening to the information the darkness wanted to share with you. So it's been very useful. All right. Well, this is really funny because right away they're going, well, your boyfriend is coming. A boyfriend is coming. So for those of you that want somebody significant in your life, know that a boyfriend is coming. So yeah, and it's funny because I'm hearing also springtime bliss. Like that's what springtime is for, is new beginnings, new fruitfulness, new growth, new experiences. So those of you that have been open to that and are wanting that relationship in your life, know that it's coming forward. Yeah. For a lot of you too, I see that a lot of you feel very blessed by the things that you have acquired. I want to say material things, choices, etc. Because they're showing me like a silver platter, and it's like I see you wiping the silver platter completely, and it's like the silver platter is catching the reflection of the sun, and it is reflecting the light. It's as though I don't want all those. It's not that you don't want those things. They're covering up the true, what it really means to have a silver platter in terms of the light that can be absorbed and that can be beamed out forward to everyone else. your true significance is to be that which you are, which is the light. So, a lot of growth. And for a lot of you, they're showing me, you're showing me a visual, that's why I got silent for a bit. They said you've been in your own head a little bit, not really in your own head, but let's just say you're coming out of a period of, as I said, not after the dark night of the soul, then it was a time of just kind of lifting your own energy, having it lifted. And now you're opening up and it's like, now I want to enunciate and share the reality base that I have considered and where it was wayward and where it left choices and how I learned to embrace the choices I was given rather than feel division because there was more than one path to choose from. So there's a lot of insight that you're going to be sharing with a lot of others. All right, let's see what else they have for that whole week. I hear you're just getting ready. It's almost like a little kiddo started to wiggle because it was like all this energy starting to build up. And it's like, I'm just getting ready and I'm just getting ready for my platform for what it is I want to put out there. And it just feels so beautiful and so well thought out and so watered and nurtured. And it's based on what you have fostered within yourself. And it's like you're continuing to foster that, and you're continuing to know that this growth is going to be a season of changes, and that the more you water, you put your emotions and your sight on what it is that you are wanting to foster and grow, because it's not outside of you, it's something you're integrating. That's why you're able to see it. So you're being very mindful of creation and creating and seeing the fruits of your labor. It's really a beautiful time, beautiful time. A lot of little nuances, little things to pay attention to, you know, like, oh, wow, was that for me? Or, oh, did they say that? You know, it's like you think the thought and somebody answers the thought. So a lot of that little kind of connection going on. It's really beautiful. Let's see what else they have for the week as a whole. Okay, now this is quite the opposite of what I was getting personally for most of us, but what they're showing is there's going to be a lot of turbulence in the air. It's like everything's being whipped up, shifted, and changed, just like that silver platter. Only this is you with choice, right? But it's not that when it happens on a global or a higher consciousness kind of level for the humanity, that it hasn't been by choice. These are the choices that we're making with our subconscious. That is what we are growing and fostering. And so we're going to see that in the collective. And so there's going to be a lot of turbulence, things turned upside down, changes, and just whirlwinds of changes. And they're saying just blink your eyes and it'll switch, and blink your eyes and it'll switch, because there's just going to be a lot of these quick shifts. But it will be things that are a result of, God, I'm talking like a robot, aren't I? And I think that's for a reason, because there are people with robotic thought patterns and ways of seeing and being that are not awake. They're not awake to the choices that they are making and how those choices are reflecting their external world. And so we will see it in big ways. And just know that if you have done the work, then we know that we are not subject to what it is that we are experiencing. We are there to view it, understand it, and be disciples of it. Understand, learn. And if you can assist, assist in any way that you can. Yeah, interesting stuff. Lots of changes. Things turned over. People will see a new side and go, oh my God, I never saw that side of this, etc. So I feel like it's a bit of an epiphany, but also an understanding, as if they're looking at the dictionary and saying, I didn't understand the word I thought I was using, that I thought it would meant this, and it's a different understanding that they're getting. So just be an observer, have the resources, and hold that gentle space for others. All right, I'm going to pull a card. Let's see what they have for us. Now, these have been shuffled previously. All right. Oh, this is nice. Freedom. I realize my wounds create doubt, resentment, and guilt, so I work to free myself of darkness. I cast off negative thoughts, place peace in my heart, and discover the being of light within me. There it is. So just know, if you're seeing this out in the outward collective and you've just been through this dark night of the soul, you know, it's like Spirit has been preparing you for what's ahead, correct? So just, you know, it's where you're at in your level of understanding.